A single knee injection dropped CRP levels 5 weeks later. That's not just local relief, it's a systemic response. So, are we underestimating the full body impact of intra-articular treatments? Watch now to learn more.
I just read one of the papers recently that talked about how you can get a change in your CRP, your systemic CRP, with an intra-articular knee injection. So a single intra-articular knee injection can then drop your CRP. 5 weeks later, your CRP level systemically is dropped. What are your thoughts on that? I was like, oh my God, we're curing heart disease with a knee injection? Yes, that is good doctoring.
Long and short, it depends on the situation. So if your CRP is elevated because your arthritis is so significant, and that is the source of your elevated CRP, then yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you have somebody that's coming in with no knee pain and elevated CRP because they have some other inflammatory issues going on, and you inject them in their knee and their CRP comes down, then that, yeah, really truly does show that there's more of a systemic effect. And so I don't think that's the case for most of the things that we're doing.
Don't forget, if you want more about the business of orthobiologics, I have a podcast, or you can go on my website, the Business of Orthobiologics, and tune in.
So I think that makes it a little bit harder. But you get some of these clinics that are overseas, they're doing IV stem cells, they're doing IV exosomes, they're claiming to drop and have systemic effects with those. I think that there's a lot of potential there. I don't know if there's any data to support it, but I'd love to see where this field goes with that. And that may be future treatments for a lot of things. When we talk about anti-aging and longevity and how do we sustain and how do we keep a lot of these things better, it might be IV stem cells, but we are not there yet.
Yeah, so I always try to judge what I would do for myself so that I can tell my patients, hey, me personally, this is my thoughts, and knowing what I know about the field, this is what I would or would not choose, right? I've had PRP. I'm a big proponent. How about that? But ultimately, would I feel confident and comfortable to get IV stem cells or exosomes? Or would I feel confident, like Dave Asprey at A4M just talked about the fact that he is doing blood exchange with his younger child? And that's interesting thoughts. Maybe I should consider that. My kid's 10. Hey man, if that's something that's reasonable, cool, let's do that. Very interesting thought processes. I think keeping an open mind and really trying to clearly, I think, is probably the best recommendations. Don't miss out. Please subscribe to our newsletter now to stay ahead of the world of orthobiologics. You can find the link below.